What is going on, guys? It is a fine, super fine day here in Southwest PA, and today might be the last official episode of this season. And I'm actually going to film for this season. I'm still filming, and I still got a bunch of other stuff, but this might be like the last episode of the season. And it's ironic, and I did this on purpose. This is actually where the very first episode was filmed. If you guys remember, I don't know if anybody here watching this episode is found me from like day one, the very first episode, but if you are, comment down below. That'd be pretty cool. So first and foremost, I want to thank every single person who's taken the time to subscribe and all that stuff. It has been such a good time for me, such a good experience. And in today's episode, what I want to do is I want to go over things that I learned this season, and it's not just about the bike, things that I learned on the bike. It's things that I learned about myself as a person. Because riding a motorcycle is interesting, because yes, you're going to grow on the bike, you're going to learn new techniques, you're going to do all this stuff, but you're also going to grow in other ways. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. And obviously the motorcycle is the biggest part of it. I don't know why I touched it all suggestively like that, but also the YouTube channel itself. So that's kind of what I want to talk about, things that I learned this season about the bike and about myself. And yeah, it needs cleaned. I know, she's dirty, he is dirty, this is a boy, you're a boy. Okay, guys, so what did I learn today? Well, not today. What did I learn over the season? The first thing I really learned is, and I also want to say, this is not gloating on myself or anything, but this is kind of like a personal reflection kind of deal. And the first thing that I learned is I really can do anything the fuck I want if I put my mind to it. I wanted a motorcycle since way back last year, I think it was, and I was able to set a budget and save money and make that happen. And that was a big deal for me. I mean, I don't have a lot of money. I don't know how YouTube portrays me or whatever, but sometimes it can portray people in a different light. I don't come from money. I don't have money. Honestly, I'm not even really being able to put money back, even though I don't make horrible money, and I don't have Netflix and internet and all this stuff. So I don't know, it's just the cost of living. Anyways, just me being able to save money and get something like this really taught me that if I have a goal in mind, I can achieve it. And that's the same for you too. And this isn't like a pep talk or anything like that. It's like, oh, I did this so you can do this. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, if you have a goal, whatever it is, make a plan, have some micro goals in that as baby steps, and then do your best to achieve that goal. With a bike, I needed anywhere. I was saving for the whole bike because I didn't know if my credit would pass it. And because of that, I said, hey, at the end of this month, I wanted to save $500. At the end of this month, I should have $1,400, blah, 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 all the way up until my season, or until the time of when I was going to get the bike. And that's what I did. And I was able to pull that off. And I guess just what I'm saying is, I learned that if I really want something, I can get it. And that goes for anybody, really. And I understand circumstances. I understand, people have kids, people are struggling. I'm not, that's a pretty helicopter. I'm not, saying anything like that. So I understand that aspect of it. But, if there's a goal in mind, make a plan. Make a plan, hold yourself accountable, and do everything you can to execute it and to achieve it. because at the end of the day, you're the only one, you know, who's you know, be without your goal. It's not going to affect the guy next to me, if there was such a thing. I'll get going, because you guys want to see me fucking ride a bike. You don't give a shit about my personal life. I don't know, maybe someone does, I don't know. But yeah, that was like one of the biggest things that I learned about about in this season, was if there's a goal in mind, I can't achieve it. The other thing that I learned this season is how to ride a motorcycle. That's, you know, I came into this without knowing anything about riding a bike, and, you know, 460 hours, 560, whatever it is, the thing only goes up to 100, then you got to reset it, and I can't remember anything. So but coming from that and being able to ride the bike how I ride it, and I would say I ride pretty well. I mean, I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm not saying that I know everything, because I most certainly do not. But throughout this whole season, I'm growing and I'm learning. You know, that's like somebody commented on the very first video I made, is the 650 a good beginner bike? And they said, bro, why are you in 6th gear at, you know, 40 mile an hour, and said something like that. And it might have came off snarky, and I apologize to that person if it did. Text always comes out weird, but I just said yeah, because I didn't know any better, point blank. I didn't know any better, you know what I mean? And that was probably a bad downshift, and I didn't know any better, but I'm learning, you know. And it's being humble to realize and to accept the fact that you don't know everything will make you just a better person in general, whenever it comes to being able to reciprocate knowledge and to really be able to learn things. Because if you come into something like, oh, it's riding a bike, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, in a sense it is, but you also got to keep yourself alive. And that's the other thing I learned this season, how to keep myself alive, because I've almost been in probably 10 or 12 accidents, only one of which, two of which, three of which were kind of my fault. And it wasn't with, well, the one was. Anyways, what I'm getting at is being able to learn how to keep myself alive on the bike, being able to understand and predict people and patterns and read things and have control of my motorcycle is a big thing that I learned, and that I'm still learning, you know. And it's so detrimental to do that. I mean, you gotta know what's going on with your bike and how to use it properly. There you go, sport. I'll go straight. And yeah, that's another big thing that I learned, is, you know, how to keep myself alive. I would say and this is all like, I'm just like word vomit this. There actually is no script or point at all, or outline I should say. But I guess the other thing that I really learned about myself this season is, and it kind of goes to the first point, but this is more focused on YouTube, that I was able to build a decent YouTube channel in one season. 900 subs I know isn't like a lot, but it's a lot to me. And the fact that a lot of, well, 930 something of you guys actually took the time out of your schedule to subscribe and to follow and to comment and to vote and to do all that stuff, to me means that I am doing something right. And, you know, again, this is not all, I mean, I guess it is about me, but it's not like a gloating thing. It's I'm happy. I'm really happy that, never being into YouTube before, you know, watching some videos, understanding the analytics and the data sets, and I know I go a little bit more extra in things, but that's just, you know, that's school. That's what school did to me. It made me like numbers. But, you know, just understanding how YouTube works, and, you know, basing my YouTube off of myself is how I really did it. Because, you know, anytime I like make a video and I'm titling it, I think, well, how did I look for that? Like, you know, what did I type in to find it? And that's what I did, and that's how a lot of it was really successful, I think, or for the most part. You know what I mean? And I think there's still a lot of success to come with the channel. I'm really interested over the winter how that's going to work, because I think there's going to be a lot of residuals, a lot of older content that people are going to find brand new to them because they're just going to be getting into the season, you know. So I learned that I can be consistent, that I can be disciplined to hold myself accountable and to make a video every week, to edit a video, which editing is not really anything, but to upload a video every week, to come up with a decent idea for a topic every week. And you know, doing that every week for however long, I think I got 70 episodes up or whatever, and that includes shorts, but there's a couple of shorts, not too many. You know, that tells myself that I am consistent, and I never really been consistent, and that's a great thing, because that's going to help me in the real world, where I have to be consistent with other things. You know, yeah, I had that with the gym and I had that with school, but to do something that's not as how do I explain, instantaneous, you know, because YouTube channels take a while to grow, and it can get frustrating whenever you put a lot of time and energy and you only get like 100 views. It's like, oh, what the shit, man, you know, I thought I had a good topic and blah 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 blah, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And not getting frustrated with myself and just keeping on, you know, I'm really happy that I was able to do that. Second gear, maybe I should learn how to shift gears or stay in first gear. The other thing that I really learned about myself, and this is the one that I'm probably the most proud of, because that at the end of the day was the whole purpose of this channel, was I learned that I might actually be an okay teacher. And that's cool, because that's really what I want to be. I really want to teach earth science. I do want to get, you know, be able to teach motorcycle safety like professionally or whatever, you know, through doing all the classes and stuff like that. But you know, I am so happy that, you know, I get comments on my channel where people are like, hey dude, look, your video has really helped me. I understand this specific topic, you explained it well, all that stuff. And that makes me really happy, because you know, the art of teaching isn't just regurgitating stuff or just explaining something. It's being able to teach something in a digestible manner for anybody at any particular level can understand. You know, I don't want to come up here and I'll talk all jargon and stuff like that, nor am I going to talk to you like you're an idiot, because you're not. So being able to find that middle ground and being able to teach and be able to talk about these topics and for them to stick with people, I really like. And that makes me so freaking happy, because that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted this channel to be. I wanted this channel to be something for me to learn, because I go by the teaching philosophy that you don't truly understand something until you can teach it. And not saying that you can't, I'm just, you know, that's my own personal thing. I hold myself at high standards whenever it comes to learning stuff, and it seems like I'm able to do that. It seems like this channel has helped a decent amount of people out, and I absolutely love that, because that's what I wanted to do. You know, whenever I was learning how to ride a or before I even got a motorcycle, and I watched all these videos, you know, again, a huge shout out to Matt Underwood. He was one of the channels with the how to ride a motorcycle, you know, in the title. I probably watched his tutorial on how to ride a motorcycle 30 or 40 times. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I watch it so much. And you know, I watched a bunch of other people's how to ride a motorcycle for beginners and all that fun stuff. And there's a point. Anyway, he's a good teacher too, so follow him. But you know, I don't know, I'm just super happy that I was able to do that, and that it works and helps people, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, again, that was like the whole point of the channel. I just really wanted to help people out, and it seems like it is, and that's awesome, you know. And I don't know, that might be it. Is that all I learned? That's all I learned in 10,000 miles? Oh, that sucks. No, I'm sure there's other things. I mean, I don't know. I learned that I'm autistic, I think, or not autistic. I learned that I might have ADHD because I'll rewatch my videos and how many times I get distracted and I say something out loud, and I think that's what that is. I don't know if it is or not, but I learned that about myself too. I thought that was a motorcycle at first because I heard a motorcycle and then I seen that. Anyways, but maybe I'll end the video here. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've really learned. I learned how to work on my bike too. I learned how to perform my own oil changes. You know, I want to be able to tighten my own chain, and I know you really should do that. I just don't have a torque wrench right now. I know how to do it, I just haven't done it because I don't have the tool. So now I got to go to my dealership and spend $90 on something so stupid, but I'm kind of in a pinch, and you know, money, it's cheaper for me to go that route than to try and buy a torque wrench and a stand and all that stuff. I might not need a stand, but I know I need a torque wrench. Anyways, but I learned how to do very basic mechanics on my bike. You know, I learned how to check things. I learned all that stuff. I also like learned how a motorcycle works, because I went as far in depth of how a clutch system actually works, how the drivetrain on these things actually work, how all that stuff goes. And because I did that, it really helped me understand the motorcycle in its entirety. Not necessarily in its entirety, but it definitely helped me understand the bike a lot better, because when I'm thinking and I'm talking about the friction zone, I know exactly visually in my head what's going on in the bike, and that just helps me perform better, you know, personally. But I don't know, I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I learned on this bike or in this season? Those are like the real big things. I don't want to keep on rambling on about stupid shit. Oh, gotta watch the language. The spiciness of this conversation is making my lips tingle. But yeah, you know, and I also learned that I'm, you know, not necessarily funny, but enjoyable to watch, and that's cool. You know, that's, you know, the fact that people actually subscribed and they like, hey dude, you could just ride around and ramble and we'll watch you, and that makes me feel good, man. Like it does, it makes me feel good, you know. So thank you guys so much for all that. I think I am going to get off here. I hope this is recording. I've been having issues with my audio lately, which kind of sucks. Beautiful rocks. But yeah, you know, I learned how to go fast too. I learned how to go fast and dip that bike over, and you know, I'm not dragging knee, but you know, I think in a season or two I most definitely could if I push a bike that far, which I don't know if I'm going to push the bike that far. I can't afford to go to a track day, so you know, whatever, and all that. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. That's a lot of the stuff that I really want to talk about. You know, the season's been great. 10,000 miles, and well, I'm not done yet. This is just like kind of where I want to cut it off, I think. But you know, 10,000 miles in a few months, well, like 10 months or 9 months, whatever it is. You know, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Would you believe that? You probably would. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for being with me with this journey. It's been awesome. You guys have been so awesome. I mean, really, I really do mean that. You guys really have been really awesome. So, you know, thank you 100%, you know, for, or can't keep saying, you know, might lose some subs. I lost a couple subs because I say, you know, a lot, I guess. Poor guys. But it's been fun, and I really do appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your schedules to vote, to comment, to follow, all that fun stuff. Every single subscriber means a lot to me. It really does. I'm not just saying that. It really does. Like, it's pretty cool. You guys are pretty cool. I feel like I've made some friends on this channel. You know, not only just YouTubers or other motovloggers, but some of you guys. You know, there's a bunch of you guys that comment all the time, and I love it. It's awesome, you know. So I don't know, it's awesome, guys. It really is a lot of fun, and winter's coming, so we won't be riding as much. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, I really do appreciate it. Like, for real, I really do appreciate you guys watching and stuff like that. You know, all that you guys have been doing with me has been helping me help you guys and help other people. So, and again, if you've been here since day one and you remember that spot, because I think that's the second time I've been there, the very first video and this video, let me know in the comments. I like to hear from you guys, and you know, I want to thank you guys personally for sticking around. You guys have been great. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you guys can stay abreast, so you guys can stay abreast to the voting and all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself.